Episode 10. If the commandments were abolished, why are they still required to enter heaven? Key text, Revelation 22:14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. If the 10 commandments, including the Sabbath, were abolished at the cross, why does the final book of the Bible say that obedience to those commandments is still required to enter heaven? Revelation 22:14 says, Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. Not those who merely believe, not those who claim grace while ignoring obedience, but those who do his commandments. This is end time, New Testament language. This is after the resurrection, after the ascension, after grace, after Pentecost. Yet the requirement still stands. Do his commandments. So let's ask the obvious. If the Sabbath, the 4th commandment, was abolished, how can the 10 commandments still be required to enter the kingdom? Why does God bless the doers, not just the believers? This verse is a direct blow to Sunday theology, because if the commandments are the key to the tree of life, then ignoring even one of them, including the Sabbath, shuts the gates of heaven in your face. The truth is simple. Jesus didn't die to erase the law. He died to save lawbreakers. Grace is not permission to sin. It's power to overcome it. And the very definition of sin is breaking God's law, 1 John 3:4. So let's destroy the lie that says, Jesus is our Sabbath now, so we don't need a day. That would mean Jesus replaced the 4th commandment with himself. Yet the Bible says his followers are the ones who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Revelation 14:12. Faith and obedience are not enemies. They are inseparable. In fact, in John 14:15, Jesus said, If ye love me, keep my commandments. Now ask yourself, what part of that is unclear? The 4th commandment wasn't a ceremonial shadow. It was part of the same law that says, don't kill, don't steal, don't commit adultery, don't lie. Yet pastors today act like Sabbath breaking is acceptable, even blessed, while they condemn the other sins. That's spiritual hypocrisy. And James 2:10 makes it worse. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. So you can't toss out the 4th without being guilty of breaking them all. Here's the core issue. If you reject the Sabbath, you're rejecting the seal of God's law, the only commandment that identifies who God is, what he created, and why he has authority. That's why Revelation 14:7 says, Worship him that made heaven and earth. A direct reference to the 4th commandment, Exodus 20:11. In the last days, the final test will not just be about belief, it will be about obedience. And those who keep God's commandments will be sealed. Those who follow tradition will be marked. The tree of life is not for those who made excuses, it's for those who kept the commandments, not just in theory, but in practice. So I ask you plainly, if the commandments are your ticket into the city, how long will you keep ignoring the 4th? Because heaven's gates are not opened by Sunday sermons, they're opened by lives surrendered to God's commandments. Revelation 22:14 doesn't say, Blessed are those who worship however they want. It says, Blessed are they that do his commandments. Are you one of them, or are you still following man-made tradition?